Hi, everybody. How are you doing today? It's a little more overcast here in Rochester, so I'm not going to try to be outdoors. But I'm excited to spend the next few minutes with you to think about something greater than just ourselves. Oh, my phone is talking to me. Just turn that off, sorry. The daily word from Unity today lifts up the word wholeness, and that seems to be sort of apropos to me of what we're going through as a country and what many of us are struggling with inside. You know, we've had so many parts of ourselves throughout our lifetimes that seem to have been, I don't want to say beaten up, but maybe that's the case. Certainly to have had little erosions happening against it. I'm reminded of, I think it's a Japanese haiku. The idea of which is that drop by drop the water will wear away the stone. So which one is really more powerful? Well, I think that we all take in a lot of messages in our lives that wear us away in different places. Those of you who are old enough to remember the late 60s and 70s, there was a whole movement around the phrase, I am lovable and capable, especially in educational circles. And it encouraged each of us to think about having a little sign, IALAC, I am lovable and capable. And that every day as we go through the day, when people would say things to us or do things to us that were a little hurtful, part of the sign would get ripped off. And then if someone said something nice, part of it would get taped back on. And, you know, it's a way to picture, to envision how we are buffeted around by our interactions during the day. And I think that we individually and we as a culture are probably going through something like that right now. We're not so certain that we're lovable and capable. Some of our leaders are leading us to believe that we're not, and we need them to take charge of everything. And then there are others of us who are just looking at where we've been and all of the information we did not have because of white privilege, which, you know, it is a privilege, sadly, not one that we chose, and we can choose now to do something about it, to use whatever status we have to the benefit of others. But there is this sense of lacking wholeness, I think, in our culture right now. And so when I saw this come up on my meditation this morning, I thought, oh, I think I want to share that with everybody. So here's what it says, the sort of mantra it suggests for the day around wholeness is, I remember the truth of my spiritual identity and celebrate my wholeness. I remember the truth of my spiritual identity and celebrate my wholeness. And then it says this, when I see a large tree with its branches spread out and filled with beautiful leaves, I may think this is a picture of wholeness. Yet, as I choose to see the bigger picture, I realize that I am not seeing the whole tree. Its roots dig deeply into the ground for nutrition to build the tree that I see before me. Similarly, when I look at my body, I may at first think I am seeing the totality of me. In truth, though, I know that there is much more to me than physical form. My wholeness comprises the totality of my physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual natures. I bless and appreciate each aspect of my being, knowing that they all work together. My roots are deep in this spiritual awareness. And the Bible reference it gives us for today comes from Luke 11:36. It says, if then your whole body is full of light, with no part of it in darkness, it will be as full of light as when a lamp gives you light with its rays. I remember the truth of my spiritual identity and celebrate my wholeness. I guess that's what we're meant to be thinking about today. with all that's going on around us, with all of our ILAC signs that are getting mangled and torn and some pieces, taped back on. We have to remember the truth of our spiritual identity is what roots us. And so I would ask you, where are your roots today? And what can you do to become more rooted? How can we celebrate our wholeness? Because if we can do that individually, then it can spread to the society at large. All right, enough to think about for today. I remember the truth of my spiritual identity and celebrate my wholeness. Get rooted in what works for you today. I'm Pastor Deb Swift, South Presbyterian Church in Rochester, New York. Thank you for joining me for this prayerful pause with the pastor. Be safe, be careful. God bless. Bye for now. See you next time.